the museum we had, we just built a building next to this campus, which also was destroyed this time. We had a nice building in there. We had everything in there, and it was looted out and destroyed. Everything went away in the blink of an eye.
So
yeah, I think they're about to go in there.
Yeah, which is right on the border with Egypt. That's where the border crossing is.
I think this is part of the plan, and it's still going in there. I don't know if Egypt would allow this or not, so hopefully not. And God knows.
I'm wondering what this means for the Palestinian people. In many ways, what's happening in Gaza is even worse than the so-called Nakba, the catastrophe Palestinians call it in 1948, when 750,000 Palestinians were ethnically cleansed from historic Palestine. Thousands were murdered by Zionist terrorist groups in villages like Deir Yassin. How do you place this moment in Palestinian history? What does this mean for the Palestinian people?
I think this is, from my own opinion, this is second Nakba. I mean, even worse, third Nakba. Let's say 1948, 1967, and now 2023 or 24 right now. My uncle, he was 95 years old. Probably, he was killed also in the last bombing of our blocks. With our family. He saw the Nakba. He lived through the Nakba. He was a teen at that time, or maybe 20 years old. He said that this is this is another Nakba, but it's a much larger and much horrifying scale. He never seen this kind of, killing and targeting, a deliberate targeting of mosques, hospitals, schools. I mean, this is the worst, ever. I mean, I never even seen it in any other in the world that you deliberately, attack a hospital or university, and what patient in the hospital, and unplug or stop the fuel from going in there for children or babies and an incubator die in there, people dying of all kind of stuff. There was a deliberate actually killing. There was assassination. They were gathering people and shooting them in the back of the head, and then they finding bodies that buried with their hands behind their back tied. So it's a lot of executions. And like I said, this is a third Nakba, and I think they want to do it because one of their leaders, they're saying that they regret keeping Palestinians during the 1948 inside Israel. They even want to get rid of the people who was living, Israeli Arabs, they say, in 1948 people. They say we should have got rid of, we should have never left anybody in there. And think now they want to say they want to do what they couldn't do in 1948. They want to get rid of everybody in there. And if this works, I think the next turn is they're going to go to the West Bank and kick them to Jordan. I think that's part of a bigger plan. And that's what makes me believe that, and people should believe that. I think after this, the Palestinian people have reached a point of despair. I don't think anybody now thinks there is a future for peace with Israelis. Before that, it was divided. It was a lot of people that believed that we can have our own state, and they can have their state, and then two-state solutions. And I don't know what they're doing. I think the rightist extremists, they destroyed that hope for everybody. And I don't think that's going to work anymore. If, like you said, if all these kids that they lost their parents, lost their relative, lost their homes, what are they think? They think they're gonna want to live in a one state or two state next to, say, somebody who killed their parents? I think they are destroying the two-state solution at all, and that's what they wanted to do since years or tens of years, since decades, because Netanyahu said that he doesn't believe there should be a Palestinian state, and they don't want it, and they want a one-state solution for themselves by themselves. They want a Jewish state, like they passed the law a couple of years ago. They don't want Palestinians, and the extremists are holding power in Israel, and that's what they want. And I think they're getting a lot of full support from the United States, and it doesn't seem that support is diminishing. No, I think is growing more, especially if between Republican and Democrat, it's not diminishing at all.